I started playing drums when I was very young, 4 or 5 years old. The quick story is that my father was a pharmacist who had some pharmacy techs working for him that were drummers. One in particular took a liking to me and decided that he thought it would be a good idea to come over to my house one time and give me a drum lesson, which led to multiple weeks and multiple months and eventually a couple years of drum lessons with this guy. Kind of graduated to new private teachers and started learning more music and focusing on playing songs and just getting way more into the actual lifestyle of like being a drummer, even at a young age. Like I've said this before when talking about this, but there's videos of me at like 4 years old where I'm sitting on my like den floor watching MTV, and I can name all the members of Van Halen and Metallica and all these bands that were on MTV. I was just obsessed with the life and wanting to do this from a very early age. So I think I just kind of took it and ran with it, you know? The style that I use for Periphery, I think, given that it is very groovy, pocket heavy, but also adheres to the accents of the music, it's two sides. So I've always sort of played with as much emphasis on the pocket as I can, because I genuinely move to the music that I'm playing, and I think the way that we move creates our groove. I always say this to my students: the more you move, the more you groove. So if you can really get into it from that perspective and let your body become the rhythm and the music, then what's going to come out is going to be as groovy as it possibly can be. So that's the one side, and I think that's just sort of ingrained in my mind and in my body. Is that's how I play. When I joined Periphery, I had already been listening to that, to the music of the band for a while. I was playing in bands that were similar in regards to having very specific accents and syncopated parts that really, like the guitars, the bass, everything was linked up with the drums very rhythmically. The accents are extremely important. You can't leave any out. You can't add extra. It's got to be right, because that's what makes it into this cohesive sound that I think a lot of the bands that sort of are in that sort of progressive metal genre sort of adhere to. It's funny, I said to the guys in my band when I joined, it's like, I'm not a metal drummer. I've never really played metal seriously. I always appreciated it, but if that's what you're looking for, I'm not your guy. But if you're looking for someone who's gonna, just play grooves and focus on the beats and make them as interesting as they can be for the context of the song, then maybe I'm the one for it. So it's stuck ever since for whatever reason. They like it, so. So the Entertainment Institute is a company I started alongside two industry veterans, music industry veterans, I should say, with the aim to connect industry professionals with up-and-comers. Now, this could mean music business professionals with people that want to work in the music business part of the industry, or connecting artists and performers with their fans or with people that want to learn how to play their instruments better or want to start a band and when they want to figure out how to go from point A to point B. And rather than have them sort of have to dig online and find all this, jumbled information that might be written on different forums or different blogs, or rather than having to sort through all these different videos, why not go directly to the people that do these jobs every day, that have built their careers in the music industry, and connect them with these up-and-comers? To me, by sort of, removing that barrier or that sort of level that you feel from like being in the audience to watching someone on stage, when you put two people on the same level and you have them talk about something that's passionate, I think that you really sort of get past that sort of veil of mysteriousness or this, this pedestal kind of thing that I think a lot of artists are put on by their fans, and you start to realize that these people have gone through a lot of this stuff that everybody goes through themselves, and they can share their experience this way and they can share their knowledge. So I think that's a really cool benefit, and I think the Entertainment Institute aims to connect those two parties for that purpose, to really make the industry smaller in a way, and to allow the good people to really rise to the top and have a better way to get there. So we're working on really changing the whole experience of connecting the fan with the artist, and we're trying to make it a much better, much more enriching and valuable thing, rather than just a signature or a photograph,